It has been a big week if you are a fan of indie sci-fi and fantasy. First and foremost, Spiffo 2024, we have a champion by blood and salt. Mark Lawrence and the team over there running Spiffo, they do it fantastic every single year. It's this big open competition where indie authors can submit their books, it goes through this massive panel, a series of judging, and we finally have a winner. I'll be honest, I haven't had a chance to read any of the finalists yet for Spiffo, and I'm definitely going to be going and doing that, probably leaving some reviews for some of those top ones over on my YouTube channel. And speaking of YouTube, fellow booktuber Albel Montero actually released his debut indie fantasy novel this week, The Crimson Fire, Memories of Kenjir, which, good timing, because I actually had a chance to get my hands on an ARC review for this book. I immediately saw the cover and went, oh crap, I need to read that. Because Albel, I think, is chronically underrated when it comes to booktube. Man does not have nearly enough subscribers. But I was just really curious to see, again, as a fellow writer, like what he's putting out, and I was really impressed by this book. It is a big, massive, epic fantasy book. I mean, it's this huge multi-POV, like high, deep political intrigue, murder, assassination, all this kind of stuff. This rebellion to potentially overthrow these pseudo gods who rule over the country, and the regular people just sort of look up in awe and fear. And immediately, I think, jumping out as something a little bit fresh and unique in the space, because it doesn't sort of follow that sort of very prototypical, sort of Eurocentric fantasy vision I think a lot of us have. It has a lot more like a Middle Eastern bent, which I think is really, really cool in terms of the setting and the characters. And I think actually exploring the POV of some characters we might not normally get to see, which is pretty darn cool. So if you're a fan of epic fantasy, if you're a fan of cool booktube content, definitely be sure to go check out Albel as well. And myself, if you're a fan of science fiction and fantasy reviews, though I've been doing a lot more like lit RPG and stuff recently. So if you're a fan of that, hey, maybe go check that out as well.